If you're a creator, marketer, or someone who's ever dreamed of building their own app but got stuck at the top of coding, this video is for you. There is a brand new tool, and experimental from Google, that lets you create powerful, AI-driven mini apps with just words, no code required. That's right, it's called Google Opal, and it's truly a game-changing tool that just hit the market. Imagine turning your ideas into working apps almost instantly. Sounds too good to be true? Stick around because we're going to be diving deep into Opal, what can make a reality for you. Build your workflows just by telling it what to build. So the way Google Opal actually works is magic. It's all about natural language. You simply describe what you want your app to do in plain English, just like we're talking here, you and me, and Google's powerful AI, including the Gemini models, translate your words into illustrated, step-by-step workflows that actually work. Think of it like talking to a super smart assistant who then draws out the entire process visually. So it's really powerful. In just a few hours, I actually built a few apps to enhance the productivity of my own business, and I will show you the apps that I built, and I will also show you exactly how to build these same apps for your own business. So stay tuned and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So the way to access Opal is by going to Opal, spelled O-P-A-L, with google.com. I will also leave you the link here in the corner so you can see exactly how to spell it, and the link will also be down in the description below so you can go and get it from there. But once you're in Opal, you're not going to see your apps, especially if this is your first time accessing Opal, but you're going to see the gallery, and these are some of the templates that the Opal team have already created for you, which you can use for your own use cases, to test the tool and to try it out. Now, really important for you to know is that Opal comes with 3 different AI models that assist you in building whatever it is that you ask it to build. Number 1, it comes with Gemini, and Gemini is a popular LLM that Google have created that many people uses in their own projects. Number 2, it comes with Veo 3, which is their top-notch video tool that many people have been using to create really impressive videos out there. And lastly, it comes with Imagen 4. So Imagen 4 is their top-notch image creation that is competing with many AI tools like Midjourney and Floss, among others, and people have been using it to create images, again, within the Google ecosystem. All right. Now that you have seen some of the templates that have been pre-created, I will show you how to use them. So as an example, if we want to use the, let's use the claymation, where it uses Imagen 4. All you have to do is click on the first node here at the beginning. We're going to go to preview. We're going to click start. We're going to upload a image from me. So we're going to go to my desktop, find selfies. Right here we have selfies, and we're going to add my selfie, and we're going to let it run. It's as easy as that, and I will show you exactly how you can create your own. But while he's doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the ones that I have already created. I created this one to be a video game idea sketcher, so I am working on the research stage of a video for a tool that can actually create videos. And this is, video games. And this is what I'm doing to sketch out my idea, to validate the idea, and to make sure that it can create really solid prompts so I can use those in my project. Now, for my own agency business where I'm building websites for local businesses, I'm using this one. I entered the city name, and it actually find me some businesses that have low ratings on Google or that have no website, so I can validate whether or not they will be good businesses for me. I created this just by providing prompt instructions on how to create it. Now, for this one, I basically provide the YouTube video URL, and it analyzes the video and it create a new thumbnail. The idea is that it will also improve the title and the description after I have provided it with a little bit more data and a little bit more instructions. So that's definitely something that is coming up. And lastly, we have this last one that provides me all the vibe coding tools so I can create amazing videos about the latest tools and the most important topics that everybody's talking about, that everybody wants to watch. We say, let's go back. And here we have let's see. All right, that's not bad. Yes, that's me. It's a clay animation. Not bad. But what you came here for is to see how you can create your own little animation. So we're going to click here on create new on the top right. And we're going to describe exactly what I want. So basically, I want to create a topic research and be the script writer. So I will provide the name of the tool that I want to create a video for. And I want this agent to go find some articles that I've been reading about it, find some, let's actually send this, find some YouTube videos that have been recorded, get the transcripts, and get information from other sources, and write 5-minute video script that include hooks every 30 seconds. So we're going to see how well it does that. So here we have the first node, which is the input field where the user will be able to enter the AI tool name. Then we have the research tool. And as you can see, we have the prompt here. Now, if we don't like the prompt, if we want to add more to the prompt, we can edit this prompt. It's as easy as just typing. So I will definitely improve this prompt to make sure that we're actually getting really good information from really good sources and not just random sources. Then for the next one, this is what it's going to generate the video script. Again, this is a prompt that I will improve, but as it is, it's going to work. We're going to test it out here in a moment, but it's definitely something that you can improve upon if you desire to do so. And lastly, it's going to render the video script as an HTML. So let's go to the preview. We're going to click start, and we are going to say replicate agents. We're going to send it. All right, while it's working, if you want to rename your workflow, up here, you triple click, you select all the text there, and you can rename it. So YouTube video scripter, that's just something that you write so you can remember what it is. You can move the nodes however you want them. You can add more nodes as you desire to do so. If you would like to use any of the tools, you can do it here. We're ready. So let's check this out. Hey everyone, ever wish building software was as easy as talking about it? Blah, blah, blah. All right, we have the first hook here, but what makes replicate truly different from other tools? Cool. Second hook, third hook, fourth, fifth, sixth, and there should be 10, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I guess, because the 10th will be the 5th minute. All right. It actually did what I asked it to do. I don't know if this script is good or no. I'm not going to sit here and read it because that's not what we're trying to do. But here in this node, you can select exactly what it does. So you can save the Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets. So if you decide that you want to actually edit this node or this workflow manually, you can do so. So I can send the script out to Google Docs and it would save those for me. I can suggest an edit to the prompt. So to what it does here. So I would say save the script in new Google Doc. So you can do everything manually, or you can just go down here to this input field and you can suggest an edit. So in this case, I would say add another note or another step, find the top videos talk about to the user. And then we're going to specify that YouTube videos by views. All right, we're going to send this. If you don't want to write, or if you are used to using Whisperflow or a similar tool where you are talking to the computer, you can also talk and it transcribes for you, so it can make sure that you're actually able to provide that feedback and just talk rather than typing. So we're going to let it do its thing. It's probably going to take a minute. So let's give it some time so it can actually get to the edit that it needs. Right after a little bit of work, it looked like it's done. So let's take a look at it. And actually we have a find analyze top YouTube videos, and then extract the YouTube video analysis. Then it summarizes the research, generate the video script, render the video. All right, so we get that nailed down. We have a few more things that we can take a look at. You can upload files from your drive, or videos, specific videos from YouTube, tests or drawings to enhance the experience and to provide more context to the tool. You can also add multiple inputs along the way. Not that you need to, but if you desire to do so, then that's how you can enter other inputs. So as an example, if you rather, instead of going straight to the summarized research, if you want to enter an user input, you can do so right. And last two things. Number one, if you want to access the app rather than on the sidebar, you can do so here. And here we're going to know about the dev. And now, as you can see, you have the UI of an actual app rather than an editor. So right now it's currently working. It's looking for reviews, tutorials, and overviews. It's focused on identifiers. So it's telling you exactly what it's doing at any given moment, which is really good because it allows you to see exactly the progress that it's making. And you have a bar here that will show you exactly how it's going as well. While it's doing that, if you decide that you want to share your app with the public, all you have to do is go here to share app and toggle this from private to public. And once it's public, you're going to click update to public to publish those changes. And now with this link, you can share this with the world and anybody will be able to use this. Now, you can also work with the permissions here where you can allow or disallow people to use the app and make sure that you're keeping your data safe. It's worth knowing that everybody that uses this, it is my understanding that the data gets saved in your Google Drive. So just be careful with that whenever you share these applications. So this thing is still working. It's right now working on generating the script, and we should be really close to the end so we can see exactly what we're getting. All right, so Opal is an AI powered builder frequently reviewed and showcased on YouTube for its ability to rapidly create full stack web applications with minimal to no coding, primarily using natural language prompts. Okay, so this is actually a little bit, this is not, all right, so it gave me a breakdown of what I should be covering in video. So we can go back to the editor, we can take a look at summarize video, write segments of the video script, write segment shape, coverage, script. All right, so we can definitely improve on this prompt and make it more to be what we need it to be to create that script. We're not going to do it because that's outside the scope of this video. I think by now you already understand what we're trying to build and how to get it done. So I don't think it's necessary to actually do that. But if you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know what questions I should be answering in the next video. One last thing I would like to cover is the fact that you can change which AI model, specific Gemini model, is going to be using for this specific step. So you have quite a few. You got Gemini 2.5, both Flash and Pro. And then you have Imagen 4, Gemini 2.0, Audio LM, VO, Lyria 2 to generate music. I'm not completely sure which ones are these two. Oh, you got Deep Research with Gemini 2.5 and Plan and Execute with Gemini, I'm assuming 2.5 as well. Yep, 2.5 Flash. So you can change and select exactly which one you want to use. Now, what makes this different is that number one, it's completely free. So it's a no-brainer. You don't pay anything. Of course, you're training their LLM. It's what it is. There is always a price to pay. But number two, it's actually usable. It builds stuff that you can actually use in your own projects starting today. Not something for tomorrow, not something for next week. Starting today, you can start using what you generate using Google Opal. Now, what do you think? Is this a tool that you will use? Please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know how you will use Google Opal and what are you going to be generating. Also, while you're there, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel. It really helps a lot every like I get. With that being said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.